Hello, we're finishing a new week, my dear gringo friends, and there is always news for you. Thanks for being with me, Indira, in another week of Cuenca News. So, no Corpus Christi for Cuenca? How do Cuencanos recognize that the pandemic is a serious matter? When for the first time since 1557, the Corpus Christi festivity is cancelled. Yes, no fireworks in castle form, no sweets, and no bees. This time, if there is money, Cuencanos are buying Corpus Christi sweets by delivery. I will leave in the description the link to the online catalog. Now let's talk about colors. What color is better now for Cuenca? I will just say that this Friday night, the cantonal authorities decided to maintain the yellow semaphore for Cuenca. And this week, the tranvía security cameras showed the person that rode on the tranvía. But to recognize him with mask was a challenge. Let's say that we need to be careful because it's getting hard to recognize who is whom now. The Sangay volcano increased its activity, and we are alerted to be careful because of fine ash falling on our province. And a protocol to reopen green spaces in Cuenca has been approved. The recommended time of occupancy is 30 minutes with 30% of the capacity, but persons older than 70 years old, pregnant women, and persons with catastrophic and chronic illness are not allowed to attend. Also, not allowed are persons who suffer kidney failure, chronic lung disease, autoimmune disease, and some others. Group sports or recreational activities are forbidden as well. And this coming Monday, the 15th, the Cuenca Airport will reopen commercial activities with a flight coming from Quito at 8 a.m. and its departure to the same city at 9. Tuesday, there won't be flights, and Wednesday, there will be just one flight on the same schedule as Monday. There are no flights scheduled for Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, but for Friday, the flight in arriving from Quito is scheduled for the afternoon, and it will departure also in the afternoon. The number of flights will increase if the demand increases. TAME won't be flying because it's in liquidation, and Aero Regional has not confirmed its return. The interprovincial transportation will start this Monday within cantons in yellow and green semaphore. And now, how ridiculous could be the corruption theme this week? When we thought we saw all that could possibly happen in Ecuador towards corruption, corruptions prove us wrong. Remember Abdallah Bucaram? Well, he was the former president that was placed under house arrest because he's been investigated for irregularities on the acquisition of medical supplies in Guayaquil. Well, this past Monday, an Ecuadorian private aircraft crashed in Peruvian territory with 4 occupants. 2 of those occupants were investigated for the same case of irregularities in the medical supplies acquisitions and hospital misadministration. Daniel Salcedo, one of the occupants that has signed various multi-million-dollar contracts with the government, was presumably traveling under a fake name. His brother was found Tuesday afternoon trying to cross the Peruvian border with $40,000 in cash. The private aircraft belongs to the former energy minister during Bucaram's administration. He states that he didn't know about the flight or its occupants. The registration plate of the aircraft was altered, and apparently there was no permission to perform the flight. With all of this, Abdallah's son, Dalo Bucaram, was staying in the U.S. at a house that belonged to Daniel Salcedo. Dalo announced he is staying at a friend's house now that he is not at Salcedo's place anymore. But surprisingly, an Ecuadorian journalist found a petition to U.S. authorities for political asylum for Dalo. On this rainy Sunday, Dalo woke up with a request of a judge of a capture of his sister, his wife, and his own capture. Let's see what happens. Let's better talk about next Sunday, the 21st, a solar eclipse denominated the Ring of Fire with the moon placed between the earth and the sun will take place, but it won't be seen from America. So if you have friends in Asia and Africa, ask them to send pictures. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what will next week bring? Cold nights and hopefully the sun. This has been all for this week. See you next week.